mouth-watering smell. Paimon would know the aroma of biryani
Well, if it isn't the Traveler and...
Hello?
The Homayanis all...
I told Dehya to just stay at our... My parents were...
That's... Anyway.
You can stay for...
What? She said they'll treat you to the best...
But wait. Didn't you... There are so many places...
I'm sorry, my lady.
Oh, come on.
I know.
All right, ever since you first... Have you been delaying or...
Nah.
Would you swear on that? But if something...
Oh.
You're too... I just thought that nothing good could come out of mercenary life is...
That doesn't change...
My lady. All right. Okay, let's talk here. Just try not to draw any extra attention. As you may already... My brigade. However...
Deshret's relics? Judging from the name, they must really look up to...
Yep, you got it.
Oh, you...
Deshret's relic... On any up...
Dakan?
I think it means beer. Anyway, the
Say what?
I think I'm starting to understand your anxiety now.
I won't go into deep...
100?
Yep. Not only have they...
That's beyond terrible.
I don't know how if I don't do something... I just...
Yeah.
I don't know. People change.
That's setting the...
I mean, if he was even remotely decent, then why would I have to leave the... He was loud and... Of course, the other brigade members were just...
Sounds like a...
What about your mother?
Unfortunate.
Oh,
It's all right, my lady. That's pretty common in mercenary circles. He told me that he'd say, you'll be fine. But the problem, they were tales of...
Sounds like your tip...
More or less. He seemed to think, even the toys, it was only much...
What an interesting guy.
Yeah, until I grew up. Looting. No one in the brigade was... Did they really?
I think I can
Yeah, but don't worry, my lady. It's all water under the bridge to me now. I had a huge argument with my father. I'm not investigating them due to any bitter feel. Yeah, I told...
I see.
It is, but...
That may be true.
Well...
What should we do?
Huh? But there's no need for you to get caught up in this mess, too.
Well, she's super tough.
I'm inclined to agree. I'll wait for news from you in the...
All right, then let's get moving. Our first stop will be Caravan Rebot.
Paimon can't fly anymore.
Are you okay, Paimon?
Paimon's good to keep going. But Paimon now understands when people say there's no such thing as a freelance.
Hey, Dehya, you're back. Are these two friends of yours? Anyway, they've become extreme. They even attack...
Even the most
That's right. A portion of their profit is immediately...
That's
Yeah, and a few days ago, rather than saying...
Wait,
You heard me right. If their only goal is... Unfortunately... Oh, one last thing we discovered was that over the past...
it sounds mighty strange to me, too. Gotta say, though, I didn't expect...
Nah.
What he said. Besides, yeah. And while they went to... Any survivors of the... We rushed over as soon as... Although this new friend of yours looks a little green behind the ear. Now that we know you'll...
Hey!
Oh,
Of course!
oh.
Even if she had only survived...
Oh, one other thing. We held another... The deputy put a...
Sorry.
Gotta admit. Now, if only the deputy...
The awkward silence...
Hey, didn't... Huh?
I don't think...
Are you kidding me? I missed a once-in-a-lifetime moment like that, and you weren't even...
All right.
Hey, don't you try to change the subject. You and Hisham get your butts over here.
Are they?
There aren't many rules or graces when it... If someone starts getting under your skin, you just yell right back at... But we also don't tend to take many things too seriously. Being direct and getting it... That's also why I never spare their feelings when I talk to them. If I want to laugh, I'll laugh. Hey, knuckleheads!
All you gotta do?
Perfect. Thanks for that. Be sure to pass my...
Will do.
Transfixed! Shudder! Eye for an eye! At least good luck doesn't discriminate by clan.
This should be the place. It's gonna come down to a fight one way or another.
No need to worry.
Here they come. You ready? Let's not give them a chance to react.
Beg for mercy.
Where do you think you're going? You won this one. I'll be back. I'll be back. You're...
Good. That saves me. Ha! That might... Think about it, though. You've got 5...
Whoa!
I'm not joking around. We can do this 2 seconds.
I'll save you the
Huh? Are you crazy? He tried to bite off his own tongue. Quick, search the area for any first aid supply. I definitely didn't expect him to go that far. Thankfully, the wound wasn't too deep.
But why would he be so
I just wanted to test his mettle. You can get a lot of mercenaries to talk just by threatening them. I didn't expect him to be willing to go through so much pain just to deny us some intel.
Well, he's out cold for now.
Yeah, don't worry about it. It'll be a waste of...
We found a piece of paper with a bunch.
Let me take a look. Yep. I see an entry for Dakan Al-Ahmar right here. Kusela, Idrisi, Bashar, and all familiar names. This caravan, that person will... Wait, why is there no Mora value recorded? Yeah, every transaction before the last one. Perhaps. But anyway, the next part's the... Huh?
What's wrong?
Shazaman Homayani?
Homayani?
I'd be surprised to find someone with the exact... Just what the heck is going on here? I'm sorry, but...
What if the Homayani...
That's a possibility. But if that... They could have just as easily bought goods. Yeah, funding... I've been to their estate many times. The only potentially large expenditure I could think of would be the treatment. But that's still just a speculation. I don't think the master would stoop so low to make Mora. You're probably right. I know-
But what should we do now? All we found is just...
If you ask me, I'm not worried. Let's go find my... If we're lucky.
Dehya, are you sure that...
I've considered that. She showed That's not how it...
You're right. Paimon wants to trust Dunyarzad.
Yeah.
Here we are.
Huh, we might be too late. Looks like nobody's home. Oh, Sino moves fast. If he wa-
I know that voice. Is that Tainari I hear?
Ah! Professor Zaha Hadid!
Wow, so it really is you. My good.
We're looking for Sino.
Yes, I told him it must have a lot.
Well, if so-
Professor, did you hear?
Why, I could. After
Huh?
as a form.
So Sino.
Oh, dear. Oh,
Thank you.
What does it say?
Yep, that sounds like Sino. Thank you, Traveler, Paimon. Let's.
We're back, my lady.
Oh, you're back alive.
Actually,
I see.
something like that.
You all look a little. Why don't you discuss?
It's okay, my lady.
So something on any other.
My lady?
The master. Okay. My father.
Yeah. I've never doubted the master. Maybe he's not actually aware of the full story and just stumbled into the deal by accident.
I can't help but agree with the Traveler.
Huh? You mean you feel the same way, Dunyarzad?
Thank you for sharing all this information with me. Since you've told me everything you know, I should also tell you about some doubts that I've been harboring for quite a while. In the past, I thought that my father hired a bodyguard for me so that I wouldn't run away and get lost. However, there are plenty of capable mercenaries in the Corps of 30. Why did my father go out of his way to hire Dehya?
About that. Well, the Homayanis really needed bodyguards, so they reached out to the Blazing Beasts. Later, the master told me that I was one of the best mercenaries he'd ever seen, and that I should stick around to become one of his bodyguards. He offered me a pile of mora, so I just signed on.
Well, but that didn't really answer my question. Just think about it. Why did my father specifically reach out to the Blazing Beasts?
Maybe the Corps of 30 just didn't have anyone available, or maybe someone recommended us. I've never given it too much thought. I think I get what you're saying. You'd think none of this was a coincidence.
Precisely. At first glance, nothing seemed strange or out of place. But there are many parts of the story that don't actually make any sense. If my father had always been in contact with Dakan Al-Ahmar, then it would make sense for him to bring Dehya into our house.
You mean the goal all along was to get Dehya to be your bodyguard?
No, that's too much of a stretch. I cut all ties with my father a long time ago. He has no control over my life anymore.
But that still doesn't rule out the possibility that your father has still been trying to influence your life without you knowing.
So, the master was not likely an innocent victim in all of this?
Sorry we put all this on you so suddenly, Dunyarzad.
It's okay, Paimon. Regardless of his.
But is that really the right thing to do? My father has committed many atrocities and deserves all the punishment that he has coming to him. I have zero sympathy for him. You may call me an ungrateful child, but my feelings will remain the same. However, the Homayani family has treated me with nothing but generosity and kindness. If we decide to investigate this further, we could end up implicating the entire Homayani family. I would be biting the hand that's fed me over all these years.
Dehya.
It's all right, Dehya.
You don't have to do that.
Hey, it's still too early to give up hope. What was the thing about friendship again? Right, yeah, trust. You said that Besides, there's no point on
Thank you, everyone. In which case, my lady, Could you ask the Master to come out and have a chat with us?
Sure thing. I also hope he'll be able to give us a logical explanation. Let's meet at the usual place then.
The usual place? Ah, right!
Thank you for coming, sir. Please allow me.
But
Well,
so that's what you found.
if you wouldn't mind.
Well, what I do.
Wait.
Yes, I understand. But knowledge, your father could. Of course, the facts of this matter. If you must.
I've made it this far. I have my own idea. I came here to.
Our family once. They had superior numbers. Those Eremites were Kusela's. Kusela was grinning.
Really?
He said that he had no We started talking to repay his kindness.
So, that.
It was many years before I saw him again. The man I knew to.
So, what happened to him?
He then. At the time. But he kept coming back to the topic. I was completely lost at first.
So he...
Indeed. He was already beyond. If Dehya could.
And that's why you offered her such...
Yes. And that's also. Kusela saved my. Kusela said that he'd reimburse me for a portion of Dehya's. Eventually, I just. The letter contained.
Wait!
That's right. When I started to hear. But by then, he was no longer receptive to my. That thought. After some deliberate. I am. Oh, in the end.
If you can. None of the things. If all he wants to.
Oh no. Dehya...
I'm just angry because I can't wrap my head around and. I don't know. But I guess you'd.
I'll do my best to help. I don't know Kusela's exact word. However, he's responsible. I've heard.
Understood.
I'll stay and be with my father here. To be honest, I'm still a little dazed and haven't finished processing everything quite yet. My father has indeed... I feel like our only course of action is to turn everything we know over to the core of 30 and let them render judgment.
Yes. It's time to face my mistakes.
More speed.
Huh? Who are you guys?
I know what you've been up to. Smuggling weapons to.
Shh! Keep your voice down. Come with me. We should This place should do. All right. Back to...
Don't worry.
Wait. There's no need to jump the gun. Let's talk this...
So what's in it for you?
Well, I waited in my mind, and I couldn't find a reason to turn...
Let me tell you how it is. We're investigating. If you provide.
Hey, what?
Shut it. My patience is running out. You should know when a mercenary.
All right, sheesh. They're always on the move. Feel free to go have a look.
Sure.
Hey, come on.
Really?
All right,
Now that's more like it. Let's move. And as for you...
More speed.
Let's go get ourselves some answers. Take it easy.
Rack and ruin! What do we have here?
Seems like... Let's go. We'll finally get to the bottom of this ourselves. I'm here to see Kusela. Tell him to get out here.
Dehya, why are you here?
More speed. Vengeance will be mine. Crush! Beg for mercy.
Haven't you all done enough?
Oh, so are you also here to stop us?
Stay out of this. It's got nothing to do with you.
Shut up! Rack and ruin!
I'll take my leave.
Touché!
Enough fighting. We all just bring Kusela. Did you understand a single word I just said?
All right, everyone. He died.
What?
Seems like you've been out of the loop.
When did he die?
A few years ago, Kusela broke up Dakan Al-Ahmar and went to the Deshret's...
So is that when you guys started acting up?
We would prefer to call it taking revenge.
Overwhelming strength.
Those were a part of it. Regardless, whether it be their deepest sin, that's precisely... But you, Dehya.
I never...
You were probably the only...
Ever since you were... Not only that, but in the end, he was forced to go to headquarters.
We all knew he...
And that's why he became a shell of himself and couldn't walk with...
Wait, but...
Because you were too young. When you left home
So,
Yep. It was all
a few years ago, Boss said he needed to make another trip to I suggested that his words made no sense to me. But that night,
Everyone gained their... But how could we leave with a clear cut?
the boss can't have just...
from that point on, the big fire that Boss started, even though we're outnumbered, we vowed to see our revenge through. There were people from but we won't let...
We've suffered plenty of loss. All we can do, we forged we were also able to... Deshret's...
Paimon doesn't know what to say anymore.
We do know right from wrong, but we were sinners from the very beginning. Boss always... We used to always... As for me, but... Maybe we were... I'm sorry, D.
I'll go with you.
Huh? Dehya?
I grew up with these guys, and I know they're... All I know is that... Furthermore, I know you don't want to get involved in this, so there's no need for you to tag along. I can do this on my own.
Yeah.
I bet Boss would lose his mind if he ever knew you'd...
Considering all the...
He can think whatever he... But the fact...
Is this the entrance? We sure didn't run into much trouble on the way here. Wow. Paimon didn't expect it to look like this on the inside.
They should all be holding...
Who cares?
Still, we should be careful. Even if they've only got one...
Yeah. We'll know what Deshret's relics may have been a force to be reckoned with before.
Yeah.
That's close enough. You are not welcome. I'll be back. Following orders.
Crush! Freeze to the core! Eye for an eye!
You want this one.
More speed.
Want this one.
Well met.
This way, follow me. We're almost there.
Wait! They went charging ahead without checking for any
Hey, you guys okay?
It seems like we just got trapped.
Watch out, the enemy's coming from ahead.
Well,
Don't worry about us. Let's go! We can't let the boss—
Let's check if there's another way! The sooner we can—
Let's see. I think I see a way through over there, but it's being blocked by something.
Okay,
I'm going in! Let's light it up! Beg for mercy. Crush!
Another mechanism like the one before, but this one's being blocked off in the middle.
More speed. Rack and ruin!
Everlasting as the moon! Transfixed!
Yeah, beg for mercy. Vengeance will be mine! Crush! Adventure time! Shudder! Beg for mercy!
Laid bare.
Quietly now.
Let's get it on! You're dead meat!
More speed. More speed.
I wasn't expecting anyone to make it, but as a desert dweller,
Don't waste your breath.
run. I witness, even now, the greatest.
So you...
Let us They are but two. Wave one, charge! Eliminate them!
Ha! Freeze to the core!
I'll be back. I'll be back.
Don't think that you've won. You're just getting started.
Here comes the catch.
Let's end this now.
Crush!
Testing my patience. Will.
That's gonna hurt in the morning. Everybody stand back!
King Deshret will not abandon any one of his followers.
Witness my rise. Transfixed.
Quietly now. Things are about to get dicey.
Gotcha.
Brothers! With me, this is where we prove our faith.
You all just wanna die?
None of us plan to leave this place alive!
Rack and ruin!
And raise a storm!
Touche!
Lord of Sand,
Where do you think
sacrifice is ready.
Vengeance will be mine! Shudder!
The golden slumber.
The commander has finally fallen.
But they're still coming at us! This place is like a gladiator's ring. They just keep coming no matter how many we beat!
Yes, keep fighting! There's no need to fear, and no need to back down! This is our last stand!
When the next wave comes, try to draw away their attacks. I'm going to see if I can take out that high platform.
Get out of my way!
Come and face me, Michel! So they've broken through the front as well.
Apologies, Lord Michal. They fight like absolute madmen. No matter how much we throw at them, they just keep coming for more.
So, it would seem like this is the end.
Time to pay for every...
You think I would give you that opportunity? I will be buried in the sand alongside all the rest of our fading glory.
Wait!
We were too late.
It's over. There's no more need to fight. But if you're still going to cling on to your so-called mercenary's pride, then I'll give...
Hey, Dehya! I found the mechanism. I'll get you all back up here right away.
Let's go.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? All right then, I'll teach you. Oh yes, I'll teach you all right. Mark my words.
Who are you filthy rats? And why are you always pestering us?
You call yourself a member of the infamous Deshret's Relics, and you still can't even tell who's made it all the way to your headquarters?
Who knows what intent a bunch of rats may have? We try to catch a couple, and you all just show up on the other side instead. How are we supposed to figure out what you're after? Hey, have you ever heard of a man by the name of Kusela? Why would I know? It's not like I'm in charge or anything.
This is your last chance to talk.
Hey, I said I don't know anything. I'm just an average member. If you're here to find some...
The irony. His life became a light for so many, yet to others, it wasn't even worth remembering. Where's the records room?
It's right over there.
I mean the old records room.
The old records room? You mean the one that got burned down? Kusela. Ah, yeah. Watch your mouth. He was definitely faking it. But in the short time, he couldn't have possibly outrun us if he... And after that, Deshret's relic...
Stop wasting our time. Everyone, tell me.
It's just over there. Go There's nothing left in there but... Bashar, Tikriti, let's go. We'll leave the others here to guard these guys. Spare them no...
More speed.
So, this was his final destination. How did he do it? If he was nimble enough to do that, then...
Dehya.
I'm so...
Is this a king?
Kusela.
Thanks for everything, boss.
We're fortunate to somehow find that.
Let's split up and look.
But what else could survive a fire like that?
Huh? Thought so.
Wait! Isn't that the toy sword you played with as a child?
The dragon is no more, for Princess Dehya has slain it.
Its head now hangs above the city gates. Her bravery has brought eternal peace and prosperity to us all. Dehya, come on. This is the most important line.
You can do it.
But Dehya, you defeated the dragon. Everyone's waiting for your speech. Still too shy, huh? All right, I'll do it. I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more.
Yeah!
I hereby proclaim our victory. Evil shall plague us no more, Dad.
What's this?
Don't you remember? And Paimon said these opportunities don't come by often. So today, Paimon's gonna treat you to a special crash course on Paimon's life philosophy. Hey, come on! Paimon's not that stingy. Anyway, the point is that you should eat to your heart's content. You'll feel better for sure. Dunyarzad.
Aw, my chest was filled with all. But when everything came to an end, those emotions, it was as if I'd lost the thing that was most important to me. Yeah, you're right. To many mercenaries, Mora is the most important. Idrisi and my reality shattered when I found out that the father who always told me hero stories was in fact a bad. Despite all, we're hypocrites. All of us. Yeah, you're.
You're back! Are all of you all right?
Ah, there she is.
Yeah. Huh?
Paimon will
I'm sorry.
It's all right, my lady. You were hurt by all of this as well.
Dehya.
Hey, don't worry about my father. That thought has even crossed. However, there was always something deep within my mind. But now,
I understand.
That doesn't mean. It's just like Idrisi said. I also want to catch up to my father and become a character in it. Even if the ending of the story may be childish.
Isn't that neat, though? Why don't we...
Right.
We'll come along, too.
I can't thank you enough.
More speed.
Oh, this rug here is...
Ah, here you are. Finally, I found you.
Hey! Aren't you that mercenary? Wait.
Once I woke up, but when I got there...
Ah, so you probably got there after us.
Yeah, they told me that I had joined the cause to repay an old favor from Kusela. Now that everyone's already turned themselves in, one of the injured members gave us everything left in the camp.
Thank you.
No worries. We are all just living our own truths. There's no need to comment or judge anyone for it.
So this box...
Well, but let's see. What's this? It's just a bunch of junk. A hand... It was against the Academia's...
That probably...
Did he get those for you?
Yeah, but who even leaves snacks in a box like... Forget it. Let me see what else is in here. A wool scarf. Which, I'm sorry, my lady, but this is just the kind of man he was. He two, and...
Huh? There's something in the bottle!
Oh, you're right. All right, I got it out. It seems to be a piece of paper with some writing on it. The bottom part's all damaged from moisture, though. Let's hope the right... I was suddenly seized with to Dehya. It's all right. I'll just read it out. If you went to the trouble of writing a letter...
My condition's becoming worse and worse. Can't even walk. If you're reading this, you were adorable, but once you grew up...
Can you...
Anyway, back to the point. The reason being...
Wait, what?
Surely,
I don't...
I was quite formidable when I was young, and 100 times cooler than some. Really felt like the whole world. But as fate would have it, I went out into the desert for a drink one day. You were just lying there, small and helpless. But your cries were so loud they made my head hurt. I told Idrisi and the others that I had slipped up with a woman while out and about. I'm sorry that I had to lie to... I was their most esteemed... Anyway, you possess the kind of freedom and kindness that we could only dream of. As far as how you should live your life, that'll be up to you to decide.
That's... In the end, he was still thinking of me as a little child. I suppose, or I would have suffocated under...
He was a good father.
Yeah. It's just a pity that we had to learn the truth of everything.
Do you already have...
I do. If he first found me alone in the sands, then I want to try my hand at finding the person who abandoned me. I just have one wish. To tell them a story. That there once existed a childish and foolish jerk with a heart of gold. And that only under his care was I able to grow and mature into the person I am today.
If you end up finding any leads, can you share them with us? We go on adventures all the time. Maybe we'll be able to find some information for you.
Sure, I appreciate it. I wasn't expecting you to be...
I'll help too.
Thank you. My life is certain because no matter where I've gone, I've always been surrounded by incredible